I love being here. So I've been doing something. Yep, this is the Treehouse I've been working on off camera. I got all these boards carved in with my Dremel 125 bit all the way around. I carved all these fascia boards all the way around. I was just carving like crazy yesterday. When I was doing these Japanese swoosh lines, whatever you want to call them, when you turn that Dremel, because I don't use the flex shelf when I'm here, when you turn that Dremel, it blows dust. So I got so much, I didn't have safety glasses here. I wish I brought this today, my Trend Air Pro dust mask. But when I was doing this, I had so much dust blowing my eyes, it was crazy. So, and then I started carving these twisty branches coming up. Now I got a lot of carving to do today. I want to finish this piece today. I carved a window in there. I'm trying to make it look like branches around the window. Let's give you the full 360. I got to close this tent for better lighting. Okay, so let's look at the fascia board. I burnt this roof and then I sanded the high points on the shingles. It's like total carving fusion style right here. So there's the branches. So here's one that's I'm trying to make them look twisty. So there's one there. These ones are done, but see, this one's not done. These ones aren't done on the back. Now I'm carving this for myself. If I post this on Facebook and nobody offers me I'm not selling this piece cheap. Then I'll just put it in front of my place. I really don't care. So, and it's got a little roof here. So there's the wood planks with nail holes in it. You can do that with your wood burner at home. And then it's got a little roof. Bad lighting, sorry. And there's a door there. So this is for succulents. I still got to carve drain holes. I still got to spray that rubber stuff in there. I got lots of carving to do. Now, I was gonna leave this bottom nice and smooth so you can see the color of the cedar once I put the clear coat on it. Because you can see there at the bottom, that's the sapwood. I call it waterwood. And the darker stuff is the hardwood. See the color difference? And that would really pop. But once I started doing these twists in the branches, I'm like, man, I gotta friggin' do the twists all the way down here. So I spent a good 6 hours sanding all this down here. But now I'm gonna carve. So was the sanding worth it? Because I'm just gonna carve it all away. I think it was. I really don't care because this is my time. I'm enjoying myself and I'm making this piece for myself, right? So I think that's when I do better work, is when I just take my time and do it for myself. So yeah, lots of, I'm gonna blow out my die grinder. I gotta spin this piece around and start carving all these things, the branches. Man, I'm only halfway, so I gotta do here, here, and here. And then I'm gonna put it on my hydraulic jack, lift it up, and then carve all down here. Now might end up pulling out my grinder with the Kutzall shaping disc on it, because there is lots of carving to do on this to make this kind of look like this. Yep. And also my owl that I did, I finally pulled out my Iwata airbrush. Yeah, I got the same one Ryan has, and I airbrushed around the eyes and the wings and stuff. It looks a lot more sharper now. But I mixed up some acrylic white paint and brown paint and with water, because I want to have other colors in these eyes too, but it didn't work, so I had to order some more airbrush paint. Anyways, I got a lot of carving to do today. I want this to be done. I tell you, done. So I'm not even going to bother hooking up my microphone today, because I'm going to be super busy carving, and you got to unhook it, hook it up. I want to crank music and yada yada. So I'm going to quickly run through what tools I'm going to be using today. When I'm at my chainsaw tent, I use the Dremel 4300. This is a Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr. It's plugged up. How I unplug these? Well, it's not really plugged, it's just sawdust in there. I burn them out. Don't care what anybody says. Kutzall suggests to burn them out. So that's Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr. Anybody wants to get these Kutzall burrs, just go to the down below in the description. It'll take you to the Kutzall site. Use the code CFusion to save yourself, I think, 10% or 5%. Now here's the Makita David Grass die grinder. This is the 800C. This is the more expensive one. This sucker rips. This is a 1/4 inch Kutzall silver burr. This is not the most aggressive. This one's middle. The black's the most aggressive, silver's medium, and gold is like sandpaper. So this is the silver inch 1/4 inch burr. Same burr that would go in your Fordham. Now some people ask me the difference between a Fordham and a die grinder. Well, Fordham does not compare to this die grinder. This die grinder rules over any Fordham or any flex shaft tool. Now here's a cheap Walmart grinder. This is a Kutzall disc on here. It's a shaping disc. When you use these discs, be super careful, because these grinders, there's no forgiveness, and these discs want to kick back all the time, so you have to be aware 100%. And you should probably have the guard on your grinder too when you're using these discs. This almost will send you to, well, some people have been sent to the hospital when these discs hit them. So do not use the chainsaw, the discs where you see they have the chainsaw chain on those. Do not use those. Those things are a friggin' death trap. If you're going to use this, I suggest just have experience with grinders, know how to hold the tool, and I don't want to karma myself, knock on wood, and just be very aware. Here's a Black & Decker grinder, same disc. This one's more aggressive. This one is the extreme. This one's black. So the discs come in different shapes too. You can see this one's more rounded. This one's more flat. So I want to use this one today, but actually I just burnt this. I don't know if it's still hot, but this one's round too. So here's the extreme one. See how aggressive it is with those spikes. Here's the silver one. So I'm going to hook up this one to this grinder today and use that. Be careful using these. I can't stress it enough. If you do not have experience with grinders, go to Amazon, buy yourself a speed control, plug this grinder into a speed control, and then you can lower the speed and be safer. I have a speed control here somewhere. They're like 15 bucks on Amazon. Here's a DeWalt drill with you can only buy these in the Bob King sells them. This is the extender. Ryan Cook, I learned this from Ryan Cook, and this is the Sandal Flex. So this DeWalt drill for me has the most speed so far that I've found. These Sandal Flex, they like speed. Like the slower it runs, it seems like the sandpaper wears off faster. So this is DWD115, and this was like 60 bucks. Here is my Trend Air Pro dust mask. Now this dust mask was like 600 bucks. It's got filters in it. So there's a filter in there and there's a filter here. It's rechargeable. You plug it in at night. You can hear the fans running. So if you got a beard or a stubbly beard like me, or patchy, whatever, you can have a huge Santa Claus beard and use this, because this, and it won't fog up, this pushes fresh air in to your mask. So I haven't been using this lately because it's kind of scratched up and it's hard for detail to see through it. I need to get a new shield. But doing the big cuts using the grinder, I'll be able to use this today. You kind of see it's like a hard hat in there. See, it just tightens up right here. And then this part would wrap around the outside of your beard. I've abused this. I think this is my 3rd year having it. But for 600 bucks, you know, when I sell my carvings, I make okay money. This was one of my best investments. My best investment that I ever bought was this hydraulic jack from Canadian Tire here in Canada. It was like 300 bucks. Vevor, on, if you just Google or Amazon Vevor, they sell these too. They're like almost 300 bucks. Later, once I'm done all the little branch parts on this, the smaller stuff with my die grinder, this is what I'm going to start out using. I'm going to get this on here, lift it up so it's easier on my back to carve this stuff down here. So that's the lineup of what I'm going to be using. To get into chainsaw carving, all you really need is a die grinder and a friggin' chainsaw. You don't, yeah, jaw horse is nice to have. 100%, this, you almost need to have it. But you can, you know, carvings like this planter here, you can flip it upside down, screw plywood on there. So the outside of the plywood comes out there, then flip it back over, put the plywood on a piece of wood and screw it down, and you can support it that way. So this is basically going to be kind of a Jordy Does video. I'm just going to be ripping today, man. Total ripping. I want to try and get most of this done. So much carving to do. So much carving to do. So with this, I wanted to see like how these are just kind of straight. I wanted them to look all twisty. Anyways, I forgot my goddamn earbuds at home. It pisses. Oh no, I got a set here. Yep, these ones are all right. The what are they called? Boltone, or whatever. They're good. Okay, but I'm gonna start carving. Sorry, another thing for chainsaw carving is a torch. This is just MAP gas. Propane. This is like a camping one with a torch head. Now, see how I got this set up? I'm going to put this chair here and I'm going to carve it. I like to be comfortable when I'm carving. Alright, so comfort is a big thing too. Just try to be comfortable. The more comfortable you are, the better carving you're going to do, in my opinion. And another thing too, all my tools are DeWalt. They sell these blowers cheap from China on Amazon. I think a company might be sending me one. Makita DeWalt cheap ones. These blowers are good too. Carry on. Before I get going, I'm just having a little break. Next week I got this piece of driftwood. This is a first growth Western red cedar. stump. I've been getting lots of requests for owl videos, so I'm going to do a full tutorial chainsaw owl video. Might be a few different videos, like a series, but yeah, this is a nice solid piece of wood, so might as well try and do a nice owl. Sometimes my owls turn out, sometimes they don't. What don't I like about this owl? What do I not like about this owl? Well, it looks kind of flat. That's all. Just had to give you guys the full 360, that's all. Now I'm going to get it up on my hydraulic jack. Bitch. Well, I got some special guests showing up in a little while, so I'll get them to help me. But I usually can get this on and off the jack, no problem myself, but I kind of kicked my back the other day, so anyways. Don't do it, Jordy. Don't be a Jordy. I'll wait till my friends show up. So, on to something else. This is a piece of driftwood I found maybe last year or the year before. It's hollow in here. See that? I got the whole log. I carried the whole log across the road. I don't know if you guys remember that beachcombing video, but it was about this tall from the ground. This is just the top of it. So I'm kind of wondering what kind of wood this is. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to carve like an owl, like you'll see an owl's head popping out of here, and put some lights in here. But since I got my disc grinder out, another good thing to have for chainsaw carving, sorry I should have said it earlier, is a flap sander like this. This I 100% suggest use this. This is 36 grit, might even be what metalworking sandpaper, but I suggest use this over top of this shaping disc for people that don't have much experience with the grinders. This will cauterize your skin. This might send you to the hospital, so I'm gonna clean this up for a second here. I kind of like the way it looks old and weathered, but I want to see what kind of wood it is. I got to get all this bark off here. Maybe I'll leave some of that bark on. I think it might be cottonwood. It's got some pimples here, so this would be a root piece coming off. But yeah, poor rotten tree. Anyways. Okay, so I spent about 10-15 minutes cleaning this up. I'm still not sure what type of wood it is. I really don't care, to tell you the truth. So lots of you hear me talk about quilting in my videos. This is a little bit of quilting here. Big gnarly crack down the back. I just use the Kutzall disc mostly. Then I use the sanding disc. Then I use this for a little bit. I still got lots of cleaning up to do on this, but I left the bark up there. See how you can incorporate the color of the bark into the... I still have to clean up here, but see how I sanded the bark so you can incorporate the color. Now, somebody in one of my group on Facebook asked what the water test. This is water in the spray, but what the water test does. It basically almost shows you what your piece will look like once you put a clear finish on it. It might go a little bit darker from a clear finish, but that's pretty gnarly piece of wood. So there you can see the quilting a little bit, not much. There's some more over here. What's that? So actually, this is and this is spalting. Oh, this is actually a solid piece of wood. I don't know what type of bark that is. Might be birch or something. If anybody knows, I don't know. And I really don't care. I'll probably end up burning all the inside here. So yeah, I think a little hooter sticking his head popping out there would look good in this piece with the light coming up underneath. But yeah, beautiful wood actually. So when I carve this piece, I would suggest to somebody to buy this, because I have to find a way to hide the light in there. Yeah, so this would probably be an inside piece. Anyways, let's go to the Carving Fusion warehouse for a minute. Here's that other piece. Right here, see it? That's poly inside there. I gotta clean inside this mess, but let's see if we can get this out here. Oh. See it? It's all hollow in there. That's the outside of it. It's like a tornado inside there. The farmer here looked at it and he thinks that this was stuck on a rock somewhere along the ocean, and the waves kept on taking out the rotten stuff that's inside here. It's like a spiral inside there. Yeah, I carried this across the road. It was kind of funny. There's some arbutus from Vancouver Island. So yeah, I kind of got to take it easy till my friends show up, because I don't want to run out of energy. I want to try and finish this piece today, so I might have a little break. It's not going to rain. Actually, should try and pull this Lighthouse piece. Try and pull the Lighthouse piece out for it. You guys see I got the top for it.
Hello, my love, and how are we?
It's Rose. I'm filming for YouTube, Rose.
Hello, everybody.
Rose and Dave from Merritt just showed up. Everybody remembers Rose, the Viking wife. Okay, let me go get that gate.
Okay, Jordy, we bought your present. Here you go, sweetheart.
Oh, look at these slabs.
Nice, eh?
Pine and Douglas fir, Dave.
Pardon me?
It's
Yeah,
pine.
fir.
Sir, Dave?
I couldn't hear a word he said.
Pine and fir.
Pine and fir. I think it's all pine. That's fir.
That's
Yeah.
fir.
That's fir, that's fir.
That's
Yeah.
fir.
Yeah.
Make Christmas trees out of those. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Welcome.
Nice to see ya.
Yeah, nice to see you too. Isn't it? Is this what we do now?
Video each other.
Rose, let me get that.
Here he is.
What?
Okay, so I got all these pine boards and Douglas fir boards for Christmas trees. Start getting your wood for Christmas trees, everybody. Okay, David, Rose, thanks for, oh, Dave's got to put his glasses on so he tries to look cool, right? Nice hair, Rose.
Thank
How
you,
long
Jordy.
that is.
Doing good. Got all
Thanks,
the pretty.
thanks, guys.
You bet.
Take care.
And, they're down
Enjoy.
for a service. One of Dave's old friend passed away. Drive safe.
Yeah, bye.
And we'll see you in Merritt this year.
For sure. Cottonwood.
Get some cottonwood bark. Oh, I brought the Lighthouse out to show Dave. It's still a little bit tacky on top. Yeah, it's still wet. This stuff likes sun with the sea tall. Okay, so Rose and Dave helped me get it up on the hydraulic jack. Now I got to carve all this stuff. And I'm telling you, I'm getting tired. I'm getting old and I get tired easy. Here's this piece. Dave didn't even know what type of wood it is. Yeah, so I'm going to carve a little owl, little hooter, put in there. Anyways, I don't feel like doing anything anymore. See you next time. Okay, so this blue one, this is pretty new. This is a pretty well flat one. This is what I used to clean up that piece of wood. But I put this silver round one on here. I sure cut in a lot of things on here. But so as the tree gets closer to the ground, I'm just going to make the cuts bigger. Does that make sense to you? Okay. Before I start filming using this Kutzall disc, I want to say, like, I took my jacket off. Make sure you don't have like sleeves hanging down there, or like a string from a sweater. You know, don't wear those work gloves when you use these, because if this catches the glove, it will break your fingers. I suggest, if you're going to wear a glove with this, get yourself a thick leather smooth glove, so it won't catch the glove. It will just kind of, the leather will act as a layer of skin. But don't use cotton or those cheap work gloves, because if it catches it, it's going to friggin' snap your fingers. And I've had one of these wrapped up in my sweater before, and it's not nice. It's an angry tool. I forgot that disc is dull, because I was trying to carve soapstone with it, but it wasn't soapstone. It was like normal stone, so it made it dull. So I'm going to use my grinder and just do bigger lines. Never mind, I'm going to use this extreme wheel. Yeah. Thanks for the coffee, Robin. So actually, that Sando Flex, man, I busted my ass off today. That Sando Flex, when they get worn out, they're cloth sandpaper, right? Now, when they get worn out, they have cloth at the end. And what basically it did to the whole piece was made it like a Show Susie band. That's when you burn the wood and clean it with like Scotch-Brite or those nylon wheels, and you get the grain to pop. Let me give you guys a full 360 on this first. And then I'll show you what I'm talking about, the Show Susie band. Now, I hope is my microphone working? Oh. This thing's getting lighter and lighter the more I carve it. Now I can see if I need to sand better in certain spots. So, I forget where I started. Oh, I know where I started, at that weird funky spot. There. I'm not done this. Nope. So the Show Susie band, I call it Show Susie shit her pants, is like that. You can see the grains in there. See that? Boom, 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 boom. That's all the grains. Look right here. Look at the grain. Now I could probably spend a lot more time cleaning this up with Scotch-Brite to get that grain to pop even more. But that is, you know, when I was doing, I was like, ah, shit, this thing is making it like a Show Susie band. But that's what I like to do. And this piece is for me. That's what I like to do. So that's what it is. So I kept on going with it. This looks a little bit sharp here, that edge. Don't care. Now, this house. When I put, I'm going to probably use, I don't know if I'm going to use spar earthing, because sometimes this is wet cedar. Like, it's dry here now, but it's still, there's still moisture in here. Well, sometimes that spar earthing will make you, when you put it on damp wood, and take notice, beginner carvers, when you put that spar earthing on damp wood, sometimes it goes milky. So I probably won't use spar earthing on this. I'm not going to use Kutzall, because I don't want it to go too dark. I'm going to use an expensive clear coat on this whole piece. Probably like 3 coats. I'm thinking about putting this out front of my house. Now I'm thinking about getting a red wood dye or a wood stain, not red, I love maybe that mahogany, to make the house, because it's a tree house. There's a house, there's a tree, whatever it is, tree, then the house here. I want to different. I want to make it a different color than all the other carvings. So I'm going to go probably, I don't know if I'm going to do it today, to the hardware store and look what colors they got. I might spend another good 2 hours cleaning up this Show Susie band with this Scotch-Brite here on the drill. Right here. Yep. I just might. The more time I spend on this piece, and just like you guys, the more time you guys spend on your pieces, the better they're going to look. To me, that's freaking cool. It says Carving Fusion all day long. I even have a plan to do with these windows. I get yellow paint. I mix a 5-minute epoxy. I pour it in. I'll have to lay this piece down. I pour it in there, and then the epoxy makes the yellow go orange, and it looks like there's like a light on inside the house. So I got a window here. I got a window somewhere else. Here's the little roof. I got a window here, and I'm going to carve a window in the door. So I think that's going to be it for me today. I still got to spray that rubber stuff in here, carve drill holes. I'll probably go up. See why I carved this deep down in here? Because I thought ahead for the drill hole, right, for the drain hole. See how deep that is in there? Carved it deep so the drain hole, I can put the drain hole in. Drain hole! Now I got to move this silly goose eagle. I'm going to start fixing this up too pretty soon. And I'm going to Vancouver Island on Monday, and I'm gifting this lamp thing to my old buddy. Yeah, in Victoria. Anyways. So who out there remembers this piece? Got the Carving Fusion tree in there. Carving Fusion sun up there. It's been a few years since I've carved this. Wood spirit here. I actually think this was pressure treated wood when I carved it. I remember, yeah, it was not a pleasure, and that's how I kind of learned about pressure treated wood. So that's this. Old school Carving Fusion. I think it's been a few years since I've carved this, maybe 2 years. So I'm going to gift this to my old friend, one of my best friends, Brian. When I go over to, I'm going to stop in, well, he's actually going to be in Lake Cowichan Roof. But anyways, this, I carved a silly face down there. This is the happy face. And I carved through here. So, like, so the light, this light I bought on second hand for like $5. It's an antique. It was brass, but I painted it black and scuffed it up. But it's got a light, I think it's an old rail light or something, but it's got a light on the bottom that shines through. So the light can shine through down here and get just a little bit of a silhouette of a light on this face. So let's plug her in. I gotta blow that out too. Might be spider in there. I've seen a couple spiders blow out of here when I blow it off, but it just got the extension cord coming and screwed up in there. Anyways, I put an orange light in there. So he can put any color light he wants to put in there. But you see how the face lights up? I'll cover the hole. This kind of looks like a Japanese Oni face, if you ask me. So yeah, he'll probably put this in his living room, I bet ya. I told him I got a happy piece for him, and that's that. So one more thing too, the Lighthouse. I'll pull in the Lighthouse and let's, who remembers this piece? I'd love to read the comments. The Lighthouse, I'll pull in the Lighthouse. We'll try that light that I showed you on top of the Lighthouse. See how that is. So this is just a fun piece. Yep. Oh. So this is a solar powered lighthouse light. I bought it on Amazon. I think it was like $25 or something. This part, the railing is metal, but all this stuff's plastic. This thing spins like a lighthouse. There's screw holes to screw it on too. It does spin pretty fast, but let's put it up here, see how it looks. Now it's a little bit big for the back, but that's not a big deal. That's where it kind of overhangs the back. But I think it's pretty neat. It completes the piece and it makes it so I don't have to carve one. So let's close this door, turn these lights off. This thing's solar powered, so it works. Is it off right now? Yeah, it's off. It works when the sun goes down. See the solar power thing here? I don't know how long that will last. I don't care. But when I sell this piece, I'm going to show pictures and I'm going to show a video of it working like that. Let's close the door and turn the light off. Okay, I got the door closed. Let's hit the lights. Oh, which one do I have to unplug for the lights? This one. 3, 2, 1, hit the lights. Now that thing should start spinning. Come on, baby. Well, it was spinning at my house yesterday. There you go. See, it starts spinning a little bit faster too. But just adds character for somebody's yard. Oh man, it's been a long day. I just want to sit here for a second and say thanks for everybody for all the support. I don't know how long this YouTube's been going on for, but I still enjoy it and it makes me want to be better. I hope these videos somewhat help you a little bit to open your mind and be creative. I never claimed to be the best artist. I call myself the hack. This piece back here, I've tried my best. I told myself that too, that I'm going to try my best with this. It's not done. I got about 40 hours into this, I think. So probably about another 3 more hours to go and it will be done. I don't know, maybe I should, you guys want me to film putting the dye on it? And then of course I'll film when I clear coat it, because I got to clear coat the owl too. Just want to say thanks everybody. Thanks everybody for everything. When it comes to this stuff, I'm a lucky man. I never thought that I'd be doing this in my... Asked me 14 years ago asked me before my injury if I ever thought that I'd be a wood carving YouTuber. I don't think you could pay my friend any of my friends $1 million to make them to believe that this would happen to me. So gotta make the best of your life. You only live once, everybody. Not a dress rehearsal. My friend told me that a long time ago. He's not here anymore. He passed away. Carving Fusion. Over and out. Don't shit your pants. I love being here.